Hello, it's Mercy here from Dal Riata. This is the weekly summary for Sunday, the 18th of April, and it's been a very slow week this week. Let me think. Well, there's been very little going on. We had one world event, and here we go, Crown and Glory, and we've had an arena in the weekend, so not a lot been going on. I've taken this opportunity to go through and check the power levels of my kingdoms and make sure my kingdoms at all the levels I can put them at. My barrier, I don't know what you're going through, but my barrier at the moment is the lack of these guys here. Imperial Deeds. I think I might be able to make one out of the writs that we've been forging in our tasks, but they're so hard to come by. They're keeping me from getting my kingdoms up to 15s, which is a bit annoying, really. But there you go. So I went around and checked to make sure my troops and criteria are all up to get my kingdom levels as high as they can go, and get my power levels as high as they can go. So I took that opportunity, and then I cruised around. Cruised around here, getting up my delves as I could, trying to get them up as high as I can. Of course, 2,500 is the highest you can get, but you need to have the for example, you need to have the faction team up pretty high to get that. Oh, hey, I just noticed that. I need to redo the 500 to get that up to 500. Anyway, I need to get that team up there to get the pet up to Mythic, I believe. So that will be my next sort of quest. But then I realised as I was going through getting these guys organised, I realised that Sunken Fleet was the one I had a look at. And I looked at Sunken Fleet and thought, oh, look at this, neglected. I haven't even... Well, it's been a very long time, obviously, since I've bothered doing one. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe actually I should be trying to get, before I get this up to 500, maybe I should give it a crack to try and get it to 400 with the faction team first. And then I'll get 2,400 for that one. But then is it worth it? Because, you're still not getting the pet up. It's hard to know. So hard to know. So I figure basically that I'm going to go around and get my kingdoms up as high as they can go, and then worry about the faction team. Because by the time I do that, I've still got ones like this. By the time I do that, I'll be much tougher. So it'll be easier, and money will be easier, because to get these guys up to 2,500, you need the horde levels quite high, which costs millions, and oh goodness me. Anyway, well beside the point. So it's been a quiet week, is what the point of that was, and I'm guessing that other people have been doing things as well, because pets have been cropping up. So and lots of people have clearly been playing PvP, which actually I'm going to show you. PvP is really interesting. There's something happened this week that I'm. So I got down to tier 1, and I opened this as it you go to PvP and this pops up, and I had 17 defeats, 9 victories or 7 victories or something. So I've been, tons of people played against me, and I got absolutely hammered with lots of defeats, and I lost points, and I went down to tier 2, and I hadn't noticed. And you'll see when I go along here to the guild. If we go to overview and look at guild activity, here I reached tier 1, and then, or maybe it's the other way. Where is it? Anyway, I reached tier 1 twice, which I didn't even know you could do, which is kind of bizarre. So you can actually go backwards, and I didn't even realise that. Tier 1. Yeah, tier 1, tier 1. I reached tier 1 11 hours ago, and I also reached tier 1 20 hours ago, which is kind of bizarre. I didn't realise you could go backwards. It's the first time that's ever happened, but it was really good because in those 17 losses and 9 wins, I actually got like 5 gems, which is really cool, for nothing. So stoked about that. Lots of guild activity. We've been having members come and go, so we've got lots of new members. Let's just have a look at tasks first. So all those tasks are normally done. Bit of splitting the tasks here, so we haven't finished this one. We're quite a long way away. Please focus on the highlighted tasks. And Sentinels, if you see people giving money to other ones, pull them up on it and say, come on, do the highlighted task, because this is worth 850. 200, that's 200, that's 650. 650 gold has been spent getting Epic Brown to 1 and Epic Red to 3. That could have been spent on yellow. 650 would have almost got us, that would have got us up to 80% here, and we would have finished Epic Yellow. So why do you want to finish Epic Yellow? Because you want oh, it's actually 11 is the main one, actually, now I think about it. That's the one with the deed in it. Anyway, you want to finish these because you get a bonus, and you get a bonus for the whole next week. I can't remember what yellow is. Looks like it might be attack. Oh, no, red's attack. I'm not sure what yellow is. Anyway, what is it? Oh, it's more health. So it's 4 more health for another week, and we could all do with that. So worth finishing, not worth splitting. And it's certainly not worth splitting for a stupid red, because reds are worthless. Reds give you some gem keys, but these give you event keys. They give you these stupid things of guard, which you probably have millions of. So anyway, well done. Yet again, we've smacked out 3. Probably we'll probably finish this in the next day anyway. Let's have a look at the roster. Seals. I'm going to mention seals this week, because when we have a look at the roster, we're going to see people aren't collecting seals, which is just completely mad. Why would you not collect seals? Because seals give you these guys, which at the end of the month you spend to get your new mythic, and they're the best chance of getting your new mythic on the first Friday of the month is with these. I've done a whole video on why it's the best with these. So why would you not collect your seals? Rattlehead. Actually, you probably have collected the maximum amount of seals. Star-Lord, you've probably got a lot more than you've played 430 trophies. You haven't collected your seals. Ganter, you haven't collected your seals. Speaker Town, you haven't collected your seals. Fonzie Man's not been playing at all. I Love My Wife hasn't been collecting seals. I don't even know how to say that. But Lejo has not been collecting seals. Whoever that is has not been collecting seals. Which is just completely beyond me. I don't know why that would be the case. And Oloran hasn't been collecting seals. So guys, collect your seals. Goodness me. I don't really care and guild wise, because we always hit the 40,000. But just for your own game wise, why would you not do that? Anyway, let's have a look at the roster. So ignore the Sentinels, because they are Sentinels, and they are just so amazing. Look at this, 3 million from America, 3.9 million from Lyric. We don't have any problem with Sentinels. That's why they're Sentinels. They help out and make our guild strong. Khan, I think, did really well in the event, if I remember rightly, and has done very well. But to get from Commander to Sentinel in our guild, you need to hit 10 million here, but you also need to contribute regularly on chat or Discord, and not necessarily by chatting, but by sharing teams, because sharing teams is the big thing in our guild. And in fact, if you get on Discord, you will know our Discord server is a becoming massive library of teams. So it's all about the teams. So Coco, if you want to be a Sentinel and therefore be safe and can have a week like this where it doesn't really matter and nothing happens to you, then you need to be doing some more contributing of those teams. Bay Tapper had a great week, and thank you very much, Bay Tapper, for the event team that you gave me, because I used that for pretty much 95% the Emerald tier team and Kristinax. I pretty much used your team for the entire event, so thank you. Safe Harbour's been doing brilliantly, but again, same thing, guys. If you want to be Sentinels, I'm happy for you to stay commanders. It doesn't bother me. But if you want the immunity of being a Sentinel, then get sharing teams. Fonzie man has zeroed again this week and will be drifting down just like this. So there we go. That's what happens when you zero out. You drift down in our group. But Fonzie Man is aware of that, and I know that because Fonzie Man has spoken to me, and hopefully he's obviously checked in, so hopefully we'll pick up again next week and get back just as Zwayazu did, because Zwayazu has met all the requirements as a recruit and did very well in the event, so Zwayazu gets promoted. So there are players in our guild who bounce back and forth like this. Peelsink's another one of them, did very well, came third in the event, so gets promoted back up, and so this is just how I keeping our guild alive, just explaining it. So the players who don't play very often naturally drift off the bottom and get kicked out of the guild, because if you don't meet requirements and you're a recruit, you get kicked. And you get kicked when at any time during the week. If we hit 30 members and there are people who are zeroing out or recruits not meeting standards, then they get booted. And I'll do that during the week to keep recruits coming through. And we'll see, we've had quite a few recruits this week. We've had I Love My Wife. We've had this Russian-ish name join. We've had LeJoe join. We've had Lauren join, who Lauren did really well in the event too, by the way. All of these get a little bit of a dispensation for being new to the guild. However, never impressive to come into a guild, play a bit, give zeros. So, oops, whoa, shoo, jeepers. So goodbye. So you don't get to just come and join at the end of the week, contribute nothing, play nothing, and then tomorrow get the massive flood of rewards that you get when we start the beginning of the week. So we now have 29, so hopefully somebody joins overnight. So yet again, that's how our guild works. Play, move up. Don't play, move down. As simple as that. Become a Sentinel by sharing teams and playing lots, contributing lots, and you pretty much gain immunity and you just stay in the guild. And it is my dream, it is the dream for my guild, is for all of us to be Sentinels, and I don't have to worry about this stuff anymore because I hate it. With regard to the league, where are we today? We are 339s. We've gone up 10 places in the guild. In the ranks, we were 349 I think last week. So we've gone up again. So we're heading along. My previous goal for our guild was to hit 500, and we met that a long time ago. So we're doing pretty well. Crown and Glory was the event. It was a very easy event. We cracked that one last night. Erica hit the top, so well done you. You can have a helpful. By the way, I read something that said that these are worth different amounts of honour, and that we all high five each other. But I read that helpful is better, and then I read somewhere else that the devs have never discussed what these are worth. But anyway, just because it's a rumour, I always tick helpful. I notice lots of people do high five. Anyway, well done, Erica. That's really fantastic. And like I said, Pilsink's done really well. Joe Cover's done really well. In fact, lots of people have done really well. And we've even got some newbies. Lauren, came up there pretty. That's pretty good after joining halfway through the week. So that's how you impress. You come into here as a recruit and then impress the guild master. Actually, why didn't I promote him? Let me just quickly go back and see the roster. Did Lauren not give? Oh, didn't meet the gold requirement. Which, by the way, I've just put up because you look at this. I mean, this is just ridiculous. We have people giving 4 million, and we've got this pincy little gold requirement that now everybody in our guild, I mean, we've got 3 recruits below 1,000, but everybody else is above 1,000. 1 million is very easy to get. In fact, I think, what have I got now? I think I've got 2.5 million at the moment, so I've already got tomorrow and next week's. So most of us will be like that. Anyway, rewards, we got up to 12, got our major Orb of Chaos. That was very easy to get. The fights were pretty easy. The scoring was pretty easy. I changed to this team, which I got from Tacit right at the end, but otherwise I used the triple Kristen Axe Emerald Tier that was given to us on chat by Baytapper at the beginning of the week, and I really appreciate that. I love it when people put teams up and I don't even have to think about it, and I get to play with other people's teams and see which one I like the best, and I don't have to come up with my own. I absolutely love that. That is the best thing about being in this guild as far as I'm concerned. And so with that discussion complete, I am now going to move on to discuss what's happened next week, and then I'm going to share 2 teams that I've never used before, because there's not much else to talk about this week. However, I did find out something really cool. So let me just talk about that first. So those people who, a couple of weeks ago we had a weapon for sale in the Soul Forge, and it was a doomed weapon, and it cost 900 diamonds, and it was ridiculously expensive, and Edward bought it. I was humming and hawing about it. Agent told me not to be a fool and waste my diamonds, and I just couldn't handle it, and I bought it anyway. And I complained bitterly that Tower of Dooms don't happen very often, and they actually only happen once every 3 months, or 2 to 3 months. It's the week in between each campaign. So they happen every 11 weeks. So you only get 5 a year. So you only get, not even quite 5 a year. And there are 6 mana colors. So it's over a year before you get your mana rotated round. And I bought this going, oh my god, it might be a year before we get a yellow Tower of Doom. Well, guess what? I've just found out that the next Tower of Doom is yellow, and it is going to be on the 23rd of May, so it's next month. So hooray! So all those who bought the Doomed Axe, which I don't know if there are many of us, but we will get to level up our Doomed Axe to level 10 on the 23rd of May. So that's great news. I'm absolutely stoked. Could have been a year, but yeah, there we go. Good news. So that's probably the most exciting thing that has happened to me all week. Let's now go to look at So by the way, I'm just getting this information that I read out now, as I'm just getting it from tarensworld.com. So if you want this information yourself, go to tarensworld.com. But do come and listen to our videos, because I do talk about things that are happening. It's a Whitehelm World event next week. So Whitehelm is, where is Whitehelm? I don't even know, where am I? Oh, I'm at the bottom. Whitehelm, here we go, Whitehelm, hooray! So Whitehelm's these guys. So it's I've completely forgotten about doing these. I need to probably do those challenges. I don't know if there's any benefit in finishing challenges. Who would know? So Whitehelm, we've got Guard's Avatar. He's one of our main dudes. Who haven't I got? I think I haven't got another one of the mythics. Oh, apparently I've got them all. Let's just have a look. Who are the mythics? Oh, why is that not? Guard's Avatar and the Archdiva, they're the mythics. Okay, that's fine. We've got some interesting troops in Whitehelm. So Holy St. Astra is very, very good. Who else we've got? We've got Gargoyle, we've got Silent Sentinel. Archdiva's okay in a priest team and a divine team. Guard's Avatar's quite good. Second, Gargoyle's brilliant in multiples, so double. We've got a fast start Mercy. We've got a Guardian. Actually no, she's not a Guardian. No. Arcane Golem's alright. High Paladin team is quite good, and a triple paladin team's very good. Ethereal Sentry's good. Priestess can be good. I was using Priestess in a team just recently, actually. Cleansing allies and barriering them. I thought that was quite a good team. I was using that one with. Anyway, so there are some good teams in this. So but I don't know what the criteria are going to be. We get a new a troop called Quadramanus, and Quadramanus is I'll tell you in a second. As an epic construct, he's a striker. He's got that silly banding attack trait again. He's frontline because he's got stone skin, so he reduces damage from skulls and spells. Those are his traits. And his ability is to deal magic splash damage to 2 enemies, the one you choose, and then a random enemy. And if the enemy is a construct, explodes some gems. So it's pretty limited. It's probably one we're not going to be using. Purple brown, which is not a common colour. Not a common colour in this, so it could be useful, I guess, but I doubt we're going to use it. So that's the glory troop, and then what have we got? We've got Crypt Keepers. Let me just leave that. Crypt Keepers is the faction assault on Tuesday. So Crypt Keepers is one of the ones I haven't been getting up. But I think Crypt Keepers is quite fun if I remember rightly. Okay, I am doing Crypt Keepers. Let's just see what team I'm using. Oh, ridiculous teams. Don't know why I'm using that team. Anyway, red purple. I can't think of what team I normally use for red purple. Anyway, I will be posting a team for the faction and the pure team, of course, as I have been doing on Discord. So get on Discord if you want those teams, and I will be trying to get this up to probably 200 at least. That's what I'll be doing, because I always do those. They're a great way to get money and seals the Tuesday. Then we've got Pet Rescue Sacred Cub, and on Wednesday and on Thursday we've got the Priest class, and I do like the Priest class, and I like the Priest class because I like this team here. This team's a really strong team in PvP, and that's my yellow team for Yellow Guild Wars, and then there's a variation of that team. I've probably got rid of it, have I? Must have got rid of it. Nope, there it is. The variation of that team is this one here, which is using the Archdiva, and that's arguably better. It's very similar mechanic, but it could be better. I'm not really sure. So I kind of played around with these ones in PvP. Although I did use entirely different strategy in PvP this week. Usually I play with one of those two teams, or the TPK waterfall team, this one here, which is just creates that with that waterfall of gems, is really good. I really like that team. It's a lot of fun to play. So I usually use one of those three teams, the two priest teams, or this Titan TPK waterfall. But this week I always chose the one on the left. I always chose the easiest opponent, and I used a really fast team, which is this one here. I used a Rowan team, and I only lost once, I think, and screamed through really fast, because this team totally kills the enemy in like the second round. You go Leprechaun, Rowan, Leprechaun, Leprechaun, Rowan. That's basically how it works. And if you've got anybody left, you might clear them up with a Black Manacles, and it's really fast. But I was doing it to get my archer finally to 100, and it was actually a much better strategy than using a team that you have to think about while you play. So, but I do really like that team. I do really like Priest. I think my Priest is only like 60 or something like that. I'm just going to have a quick look. So I will be 53. So I will be getting Priest up I think it's an alright class, that one. Good for divine teams. But actually, I'm in no hurry to do it because I've already got my war priest to 100, and they've got the same trees, a couple of the same trees, so that's not a massive priority. Anyway, what else we got? So on Friday we have yeah, Thursday we've got the priest, and then Friday we've got an invasion, and Zach Boom Grizzle is a troop that will be the superstar. So I think we've already got him. He's why did that not work? I'm pretty sure that's a team. Have I spelled it wrong? Oh, I have spelled it wrong. That's my problem. Zach. There he is. Zach Boom Grizzle. Let's do this in preparation. So he's our siege breaker. So you probably don't have to buy too many to get him up to mythic, because many of us will already have him at 20th level with all traded and at mythic. So he's all ready to go. So he does explode some red gems. So that'll be good. And he's not red himself. So okay. So he'll be on the team. And we'll see how that goes. So 2 events. Remember, the world event is the most important event, but we will try and complete both, and we generally do so now. So that's good work. Right. So if you came for the weekly summary, that's it. I'm now going to show 2 teams. So you can stay for the teams if you like, or you can head off. So goodbye if you do. And now the teams I'm going to play. I wanted just to show some teams that I hadn't used before. I think I want to put attack on these ones, so I'm going to use whoops. I think I'm going to use 3 medals of seasons actually. I'm just thinking about it. I don't think I need cleanse for this one. Possibly worth putting a Nisha. I haven't got a Nisha, so if you had one, I would consider putting a Anu. Maybe not. No, it's a fast team. I'm not going to bother. I want the attack, so I want the plus 12 attack that's given to me by that. So I'm going to use this for both of these teams because they're hiking iron gut teams, and these are explore teams. However, one of them would probably do extremely well in brown delves, which may be worth investigating. I like Gulvania is my favourite explore kingdom, but everybody else has different ones. I know Divinian Fields and Wild Plains are very popular for some people, but there we go. I'm going to, and Karakoth, I know lots of people play Karakoth, but I play Gulvania. Okay, so here we go. So the first team is a hiking iron gut, and the mechanic in this team I've known about for a while, but I've never really used. And the idea here is because hiking iron gut devours lots of the opponents. Of course, his attack gets really high. So Queen Isabel uses his attack. Queen Isabel also creates mana, and so gives you armor and gives you attack. So Queen Isabel, when you cast on King Irongut, initially gets the attack up beyond 100, which means you start devouring people, but then also does damage based on King Iron-Gut's attack. So that's really quite good. You've got 2 mana generators just to get these guys up as fast as you possibly can, and that's the idea. Titan here is for the lightning strike and for creating lots of brown to get Iron-Gut up lots. Lots of explosions to get Queen Isabel up, and of course all the brown stuff you get, and you get a 50% start as well with Mountain Crusher. So that's the idea. The downside of this team is that it doesn't have any cursing. So any troops that it comes across it is unable to do anything about their inability of hiking Iron Gut to eat them, but that's what Isabel's about. So Isabel's about just smashing them with the damage, because hiking Iron Gut's damage gets up so high. So let's just have a look. And actually, the reason why I'm showing these teams are I'm all about, not necessarily about fastest teams, I'm all about reliable. So I love reliable teams. So let's just have a look here. We could go green, we could go brown. So we could match brown and get this up, or we could just launch into using Leprechaun and clear the board, which is just lovely. Now we've got the hammer up, so let's cast that. So there we go. So Iron Gut's already got a decent percentage chance. Vlad's already stunned. Goodness me, let's cast Iron Gut, because then we can get these browns going again. I was going to say, normally I would cast Isabel to get that up beyond 100, but actually let's just take that chance. It failed, but it doesn't matter, because we're just going to charge him again. Now we will do like I said, that secondary thing of getting his so now he's up to 96, and now let's charge him again. And now we'll get Vlad. Actually, I won't get Vlad. Let's get somebody else. So now we're on 178 and we don't even care now. But if you'll notice that now when we do Isabel, we're going to do 178 damage, which is quite a lot of damage. I'm buried. I just don't care, so I'm just going to cast. So it actually is quite a fast team when it comes down to it. I think you get more. I think you get more from doing browns. I think you do. Anyway, so he's not charged, but we get to do that attack again, which is great. And we'll just devour the last one when he comes up. So here we go. And then I'll just finish this guy off. So overkill. So I barely looked at the board at all. I mean, you're exploding the board for mana. You're doing heaps of damage, and you're devouring. It's a moderately fast team, but it's super reliable. And that's my first one. So I like that team. The next one I show you is another hiking Iron Gut team. So that could be used, I guess, on a blue. That could be used on a blue-green delve. Actually, come to think of it, because it would be quite good on a delve. It's got lots of defense, lots of attack, and like I said, you don't have the curse, but you can bypass it. So that would probably work on, what did I say, a blue-green delve. But actually, on a blue-green, you're probably using Beatrix, the double Beatrix team with Sycorax and Arboreal Crystal anyway. But yeah, I guess you could. What else could you use it on? No, that's all really. You could a blue purple. I don't know if there are any blue purples. You could do it on a blue purple. You could do it on a green yellow. Not that I know if there are any green yellows. But anyway, actually, okay, you could use it for that. But I think but all of those are blue teams, and all of them would use the Beatrix. So actually not useful for delves. So let's look at the next team I've got to show you. The next team is, where is it? Brown E12. So this would work on brown delves. So this could be Hall of Guardians, for example, which I think is red-brown. Now this one, another synergy that I knew existed, and Vashdagon is one of my favourite cards. I know Vashdagon's like a tier D or whatever, mythic. But I love this. Devour ally, then summon a demon. If the ally's devoured, and do lots of scattered damage and increase your stats and do better scattered damage every time you devour somebody. And I just love it. And that's my pet rescue team has Vashdagon in first place, and it makes pet rescue fun for me. But actually, what you're using him in this one for is the curse a random enemy when matching brown. So you're matching a lot of brown because of the Doom Sledge and Sycorax. It's only a few rounds before you have cursed everybody. And what that means is, it means High King Iron Gut can devour everybody. So this is really super reliable. This would be really, really good in blue delves that had lots of devour immune troops. And actually, Actually, this would be really good in where's the Maharaja Queen come from? The Sunken Fleet. So this would be good in the Sunken Fleet. But actually, I'm just going to show you it in E12 because Explore 12 is, and Reliable Explore 12 is the theme of what I'm showing you. If you don't have Doom Sledge, you can use Mountain Crusher, but this is the other thing you're trying to do here. Is Doom Sledge has stun all the brown enemies and cleanse all brown allies, so that's the thing you're looking for here. If you don't have Doom Sledge, you can use Mountain Crusher just as effectively, in fact, arguably more effectively, because Doom Sledge is worth 18 and Mountain Crusher is worth, is it 12? 13, I can't remember. Anyway, much cheaper, so doesn't really matter. Titan again for all those same reasons, and of course you got a blue team with a brown running through it as well. So Kraken banner is the obvious banner. So this team's actually pretty cool. So the idea is much simpler. Yet again, it's the you're trying to get the attack of Hiking Iron Gut up, and we're of course trying to kill Vlad again. It's Sycoraxes. I really like Sycorax. I actually rate him and I use him a lot. Put him in the top. I put him in the top 5. I really like Sycorax. And Sycorax, of course, my rule for Sycorax is when the colour you want to use gets above 10, I will use him, because if you're below 10, you don't really get enough duplication on the board. But 10 seems to loop. Charge him again and you get another turn. So 10's the magic number for me. Got 17 now, so you just keep on doing it. And the cool thing is, every time you do Sycorax gives 34 life to all allies of that colour, which we're looping brown, so everybody's getting plus 34 to life. You can do that sort of thing if you want to, but a waste of time. I'm just going to loop again. Actually, there's no point looping again that time because we're up. I don't cast Vash Dagon. You could cast Vash Dagon on itself to get 50 true scatter damage, but measly compared to what you're going to do with these cursed guys. So what do? Do I stun? Oh, nobody's brown. So let's just start eating them. So let's eat the cursed guys. I'm just pausing because I'm wondering, how did his attack get up? Oh, it just got up because I ate him. That's funny. I was going, how did it get up so high so fast? Anyway, we could Doom Sledge because Doom Sledge explodes 4 gems, or we could Sycorax again on brown, which is actually what I'm going to do, because that will get Hiking Iron up again. And now everybody's cursed, and let's just do that again. See, I didn't even use the Doom Sledge. So Mountain Crusher would have been completely fine there. And you just rinse and repeat. And look at this, I'm going round and round with Sycorax and eating everybody. So that's fast. I talked a lot and I went slowly, but actually when I started cranking up, you saw how fast it was. So that's a fast, enormously reliable E12. I really like this team. You can do Mountain Crusher instead of Doom Sledge and it works just as efficiently. And this is kind of a cool synergy that you don't really think about. And I'm just going to do one more and then sign off just for fun, because that just to prove that it wasn't just a fluke that it happened so quickly. Although we are seeing perhaps it was. Again, I'm not even going to bother with Doom Sledge. I just, actually I will, because I want the brown up now. So waiting for that magic number. There we go, and away we go. We want to. Oh, we didn't get him. It doesn't matter, because it just means we have to. Oh, 9. I only got 9. So let's use the. $11. Yep, that's all right. Do it with 11. Loops it, and now we've got 20. So looping just fine. Still trying to get my attack up. Now I've got my attack up. we can really crank it up. So we're just looping Sycorax and Hiking Iron Gut. These guys are all cursed now, so we're taking them out in any order, really doesn't matter. And you see we're just getting tougher and tougher. Every round we're getting stronger and stronger, and they're getting weaker and weaker. And it's quite fast. Oh, why did that didn't loop? So we stalled in our loop. So we just take a good match. That doesn't happen very often. Anyway, there you go. No need to thank me. It will be on Discord. So that's probably going to be my E12 team for the next week. So good fun and very, very effective. I will sign off now and not play that mythic boss battle. I'll come back and do that. I will, however, take my gold before going because I can't bear leaving that behind. And everybody have a good week. Thank you very much for making this game so fun. Keep on posting teams, keep on working your way up. Now you know my goal is to make us all Sentinels so I can just retire in terms of being mean and booting people out of the guild. So work hard, become a Sentinel, play and really participate in that world event, and we'll all get on and it will be great. Please continue to post teams on Discord. I will put those two teams there on Discord under E12 and under the relevant mythics, and I will actually, what I will do is I'll go down here and I will give it a go in Sunken Fleet, because I think that team, that's the team I use in Sunken Fleet, but blue, it can be blue, can't it? Yeah, I'm gonna put that team in there because, and the reason, let me just explain my reasoning, because in these rooms here you've got, these guys have got lots of immunities. Coral Golem's immunity, I think 3 of them in that team are immune to Devour. None of those guys are. Crabman is, I think. I can't remember about these guys actually, but it's this room here. These 2 rooms here are often full of immune to Devour teams. So to get that up to 500 is a bit of a challenge. So you need a good team, and I'm wondering whether that team would really help. But there you go. Thank you very much. Have a good week. Talk to you in chat. Goodbye.